Trying to come home. The disappearance of Sarah and Lucas Langley. In June 2009, Sarah Langley, a 31-year-old single mother and school teacher from Austin, Texas, set off on a road trip with her 7-year-old son, Lucas. They were heading to New Mexico, a healing escape from Sarah's emotional exhaustion following a failed relationship and her mother's illness. The first few days brought simple joys, photos of roadside diners, desert sunsets, and Lucas holding a scorpion in a jar. Sarah sent daily updates to her sister Emily, who had seen them off. But on June 8th, the messages stopped. Her last text showed Lucas posing by a Route 66 sign near an old dealership in Gallup, New Mexico. They were supposed to reach Albuquerque that night. They never arrived. By morning, Emily drove to Gallup and found Sarah's Subaru hidden behind the dealership. Locked, the driver's seat pushed back unnaturally far, sandwiches untouched in the cooler, and Lucas's favorite stuffed dinosaur left on the floor. Despite Emily's alarm, the police initially assumed it was a case of car trouble. But when no trace of Sarah or Lucas appeared, a full search began. Bloodhounds lost the trail behind the boarded-up building. It was as if they had vanished into the desert. The FBI joined in. Suspicion grew that they were targeted. Sarah had unknowingly shared their entire route on a public blog. A local teen recalled seeing a rusted RV with a sun-faced sticker parked by the dealership days before Sarah disappeared. National interest faded, but Emily didn't. She clung to hope, visiting the site daily, whispering Sarah's name into the wind. Back in Austin, students painted murals, colleagues lit candles, but the trail went cold. In 2014, desperate for answers, Emily hired ex-FBI profiler Jordan Reese. He uncovered a disturbing pattern. Other mothers and children had vanished on Route 66 in recent years. His research pointed to one name, David Holt, a former mechanic once convicted for child exploitation. Holt's derelict gas station hadn't been searched during the initial investigation. There, Reese discovered a hidden hatch beneath the floor, empty, but with deep scratch marks. Neighbors recalled seeing Holt burn items in barrels. Some even claimed to hear cries from the woods. Satellite images from 2009 showed Sarah's Subaru and a rusted RV with a sun sticker parked near Holt's shop. Fast forward to 2023, a real estate developer demolishing the old dealership uncovered a crawl space not listed on any plans. Inside, investigators found a moldy backpack filled with Sarah and Lucas's belongings, Lucas's notebook, Sarah's hair ties, a charm bracelet, and a disposable camera. The developed photos were harrowing. One showed Sarah sleeping. Another, a shadowed man in the doorway. A third was a childlike drawing, a mother and boy in a cage. The final frame was black but held audio, Lucas's quiet voice saying, "If someone finds this, we were here. Please tell Aunt Em." Forensic teams resumed their focus on Holt. They searched his abandoned property again and uncovered a buried steel container beneath a concrete slab. Inside, 2 cots, children's toys, women's clothing, and a water-damaged journal. Scratched into the metal wall were the words, "Aunt Emma, I'm trying to come home." The journal, assumed to be Sarah's, detailed months of captivity. She wrote about Lucas's bravery, his growing illness, and a captain with a rotten tooth and angry eyes. The final entry read, "Lucas is sick. Fever again. I think we're close to something. I told him stories all night. He smiled. No bodies were found, but DNA matched the items to Sarah and Lucas. David Holt had vanished again. His last sighting was in 2021 at a gas station in rural Arizona. Older, thinner, but still out there, the discovery drew media attention once again. Emily, devastated but resolved, turned her grief into action. She proposed a Langley bill advocating for a unified missing persons database, retesting of unidentified remains using modern DNA tech, funding for forensic upgrades. The bill gained support. Still, no trace of Sarah or Lucas until a letter arrived. Postmarked Phoenix. No return address. Inside, a single page in careful, childlike handwriting. I read books now. I remember Aunt Em. I remember Spider-Man. Please don't forget us. I'm trying. Love, L. Expert confirmed it. It was Lucas. The FBI relaunched the manhunt. Holt's face appeared on billboards across North America, but he remained a shadow, slipping between borders and systems. Emily, unwilling to stay silent, started a podcast. 14 years, one backpack. She shared every twist of the case. Her voice, emotional and raw, reached millions. Survivors of abduction shared their own stories. A trucker remembered seeing an RV. A teen in New Mexico recalled a foster sibling talking about her mom in a cage. Leads trickled in, but nothing solid. What the story left behind, however, was awareness. Sarah and Lucas have become a symbol of missed opportunities, of systemic failure, and of love that refused to fade. Emily ends every podcast with the same message. Sarah, Lucas, if you're out there, your story matters. Your voice matters. And I'm still listening. Today, where the dealership once stood, there's a garden. In the center, a plaque reads, "In memory of those who vanished but are never lost, because silence never means surrender." Inside her home, Emily keeps the recovered backpack on a shelf. Above it hangs the last picture of Sarah and Lucas, taken just days before they disappeared. Nobody knows how their story ends, but everyone remembers how it began, with love, a long stretch of open road, and a mother who just needed a little sky and quiet. And maybe, someday, Lucas will return and whisper the ending himself.